Is it recording?
I just clicked the button and just waiting for the confirmation.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Good morning, everybody. This is the mayor-manager meeting of, it is November the 3rd, right?
Second.
That's how far I'm on tomorrow already. November 2nd, it's 8:32, and in the team meeting are Tim Dodd, Stephanie Carlisle, Jade Truscott-Reed, Othaniel Sierra, and Shawn Lewis, and Linda Olson.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll get started with November 8th, and that is the orientation for council members. And that's the only topic on the agenda. And then we'll have November 15th is the day of the swearing in. And got a few items on, actually, we don't have study sessions on 15th. Is that correct? Because we're going to, someone remind me how that's going to work on the 15th.
That's correct. We have like the transition that's going to be happening in the beginning. So we decided that there shouldn't be any study sessions for that night.
Gotcha. And then the reception will take place. And then we'll start business at 8 o'clock. Is that correct?
Well,
We start at 7, don't we?
don't we start at 7 and we take care of things? I don't remember. And words are said and then we break.
Yep.
And have a reception and come back at 8. I preside over the swearing in, and then once everyone's sworn in, those of us that are done walk off to Never Never Land. Isn't that how we do it?
Yeah, and then there's seat selection and selection of mayor, and then selection of mayor pro tem.
Right. And is there any business that evening?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a few items, yes.
Oh, I'm looking at it now, sorry.
We have.
So does that make sense, Shawn, for what we're doing?
Yeah, so it does start at 7, and then the old council adjourns into the reception.
Stephanie, don't we do the normal opening of the meeting, Pledge of Allegiance, and then approve the minutes
Yes, correct.
in the last meeting, and then we break, or then?
Well, then there's usually some goodbyes.
Yeah, exchange of goodbyes. I get to say goodbye to everybody. So does Dave and, well, whoever, everybody.
And then we take then we break into the reception area to kind of fill that up until 8 p.m. and then everybody comes back in for swearing in.
Got it. Thank you for walking us through that. I know we've done this at a few meetings, but I'm slow
No,
to
you've not
remember.
been on one of these, have you? Oh, yeah, maybe you did.
Just one, yeah.
Very first one, right?
Um,
So it doesn't happen very often, so that we forget is not abnormal.
Okay. And then we have a resolution for acceptance of land dedication from Cdot. Assistant City Attorney Victoria McDermott will be introduced. Approval of an MOA, or MOU rather, between the city and the EDDA. An ordinance amending code regarding authorized public consumption areas and the sale of the Metro Fire Training Center.
Jade, can you make it just a little bit bigger? Thank you.
And we don't have, we don't have presentation, or am I just not seeing it? These aren't study sessions, so we don't have council discussion times plugged in, but yeah. Do we not put presentation times on regular items? No. Sorry.
No,
Not
This is my mind.
typically. Yeah, for the regular items, we typically don't because there's normally not a presentation, but.
Gotcha. All right. And then on November 22nd, we have council liaison assignments to boards and commissions. Study session memo for council policy manual discussion. These are all study sessions. October monthly financial report, Welcome Wheel Plan update, Eve certificates of participation and redemption dissolution process. So we'll have a second study session on that one before it's brought back to council for a vote.
Sorry, Shawn, that's for December 6th.
Thank you. And then also on December 6th is strategic plan revamp and community engagement process rollout. And then, sorry, I got lost at the moving. Okay, approval of a resolution establishing the annual salary for city manager, city attorney, and then B City USA resolution. And then resolution for a student art contest, top 13 finalist recognition. Goodness, December 6th is busy. EMERF board action authorizing listing agreement for a broker to help us get leases. And then I missed one there. Motion to approve transit shuttle services operations contract with MB Transport for 2022. Any questions on those?
Is everything, go back to the, is the 22nd all figured out? I think it is, but I was.
No, thank you. We don't have times assigned to some of these. Jay, does that just mean like on the council policy manual that the department entering that didn't put the time, presentation time?
Correct. I did not have it at the time of entering. So
Is it that Tamara wants to go over the council policy manual with the new council? Is that the orientation? Or is there a change that we're?
No, so actually, this came up last week, Linda. Tamara was unaware that this was on an item and she wanted to know whether or not we wanted to keep it on there. So actually, it's good that you're here this week because we can kind of talk about it. Does it make sense for us to keep this as an agenda item for the 22nd? Because I'm trying to recall back, how have we done it with new council members in terms of going over the council policy?
Remind me what came up last week on this.
Well, just the fact that there was confusion on whether or not we need to keep this as an item for a study session on the 22nd.
But why did it get put there?
So in the past, we've had this on when there's a new council, but I spoke to Tamara about it and she said that she definitely would be willing to just do this kind of one-on-one with people as well.
Right.
So it can go either way. We've done it both ways. I had thrown it in there as a placeholder based on the way we did things last time. But again, it doesn't need to be there if it just gets.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out is why wouldn't it get covered at the orientation? If it's not an item that we're going to make a change on it, it's simply orienting. Why wouldn't we do that Monday night?
Well,
It's brief.
it's just a very heavy agenda.
Okay, so then you can do whatever you want. I mean, Nathaniel, you're going to be on for the next council, so I think a conversation together is always healthy. Doing it one-to-one in here, I just think it's healthy for everybody to go over it. And if there's something where they say, hey, you know what, this really has bothered me, can we revisit this one? Or because now it's time to get that out with the new council. But
that's fair. Yeah, let's do that then. Let's just keep it on.
But it looks like you have a lot on the 22nd. I don't know if maybe we can put the times on and make sure. Oh, no, that's
pretty short. Yeah,
that's not too much.
So for the boards and commission assignments, what's that normally take, like about 15 minutes?
It
depends.
Yeah, it depends on, if everybody comes with ideas.
15 minutes sounds right.
I say 15 to 20.
Okay.
It depends on if somebody really wants something and you got to figure it out. I mean, the last time we did it, there were some but it was not a big deal. We figured it out.
Yeah. And we have that list ready to go.
And then the council policy manual discussion, I don't know how much discussion there will be, but I can't imagine that being more than 15, maybe 20 minutes, 30.
I would leave 30 for it and kind of use it as a training thing. Just kind of go through it. And if you have less time, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then, and by the way, Jade can't type live, right, Jade? And so you're taking notes and you'll add these.
Yep, I'm doing the notes in iCompass, but in order to keep it from refreshing and,
Right.
causing lots of confusion, yeah, it won't update, so.
Thank you. So Walk and Wheel, it's a 15-minute presentation, but obviously there are council members quite interested in this. So what do you think, Daniel?
What's an update? So I would say 15 minutes conversation.
Yeah. And then Eve, we've plugged in that time and discussion time both, looks like 15-minute presentation, 30-minute meeting, discussion by council. And then the strategic plan update. Tim, that's going to be a BP discussion. So yeah, 25-minute presentation and then discussion.
What do you think, 30 minutes or so?
I'd say so, probably.
Okay.
Sounds good. And thank you. Look,
Do you want me to go past the 6th?
no, you're good. So then we have the resolution establishing the salary. That'll be a second presentation, I don't think. Oh, wait. Now we're into regular agenda. Got it. Thank you. I am not on my game today. Sorry, Mayor, you're last week manager, and I am losing my brain. I did not.
Oh, so are you saying we're not going to have one next week? That's good to know.
Well,
No need to have one next week. I was going to ask, so.
All right, now we can go past the 6th. And then on the study sessions, we're jumping to
December 13th.
It's not the Chia Day.
So we have the holiday dinner. Daniel, do you want to make an executive decision on where?
I have to make an executive decision?
You don't have to, but you could.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to get reservations, so.
We could ask the group to next week too.
Yeah, let's do that.
Throw out some ideas of where you think are going to work for a group of that many. And usually the city manager and the city attorney go to those.
Yeah.
At least. There was a time where we had more than that, but.
Yeah, I think we're planning on being there. And then the 13th will be the resolution for the judge's salary. And then on the 13th still, we'll have a strategic plan revamp. So this is going to be the follow-up to the study session, right, Tim? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is the possible motion one.
Okay. And then the 13th also we'll have the amendment to the AEC West contract. And that's all for the 13th. Then we get a nice break and come back on January the 3rd.
Okay, hold on. Shawn, why is there an amendment to the AEC West contract?
That's what I was just wondering, since we just approved that last night.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing.
So
I think you approved the contract for 2022, and maybe this is an amendment for 2021.
Correct. That's what I was just about to add.
okay.
That's interesting. She mentioned we were under budget this time,
Yeah.
or for a lower dollar amount. Yeah, Tim, can you make a note to follow up with Karen and Brad on that?
That is,
I haven't seen that memo yet. And then January 3rd, we have financial report, board and commission interviews. Actually, that's okay. Oh, interview discussion? Is it the interview the entirety of one night?
yes.
So, oh, sorry, I skipped down to so there's one thing on the 3rd, November financial report. On the 10th, though, we do have 2 items. So is that correct, clerk's office?
That should not be there. I wonder if somebody put that in mistakenly, because we can only do board and commission interviews on that night.
Okay,
Well, it says not flexible, so do you need to move it up to January 3rd?
Yep, so I'll work with them to see what date I can move this to, whether that be the 3rd or the 18th.
and then maybe close the 10th where people can't do that.
Yep,
Yeah, it doesn't let us really do that, but we'll keep an eye out for that.
Okay. And then moving on to January 18th, early mid-January. Okay, so we have 2022 events, and then we've got B and C, Board and Commission appointments approved by council, and then approval of the EDDA 2022 budget. And
I'm gonna really quick, sorry.
nope, you're fine. Any questions on the 18th? And then on the 24th of January, we have December monthly financial report. The 7th of February, walk and wheel public hearing. Also on the 7th, the trolley update and future planning. March
7th.
14th, oh, go ahead.
Oh, that was March 7th.
Oh, thank you, March 7th. And then March 14th, vote next. Yeah, June 15th, framework agreement for Eleanor. And I did not get any council, is that the end of it, Jane?
Yes.
And I didn't get any council requests last night to anybody else.
No, I didn't hear any.
Great.
Did you hear any, Nathaniel?
No, I asked something of the deputy chief, but that's his action item. He said he was going to talk to communications, so.
All right. So what will we do for next week's meeting?
Mayor Manning's meeting?
We wouldn't have one, right?
We don't need one, I don't think.
No.
I don't think so. I think you've got everything planned out really well, so.
All right.
And then, yeah, and then you'll have one on the 16th with whoever Mayor Pro Tem are.
Potentially, depending on, I gotta change my calendar. Yes.
What, potentially?
Well, potentially, yes. It may not be on the 16th. Right.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Well, Linda, you'll, God willing, be the last mayor or mayor pro tem to have an in-person mayor manager meeting. Not to state my preference on that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think even when you think about the footprint of driving over there back is just silly. This is very easy to do,
Yeah.
especially if you do it this early. But yeah, if other people have jobs, this is just the way to do it. All right. I think we have everything, don't we?
We do.
Well, yes, this has been a pleasant experience of doing these online and not having to have the video on, and I can be in my pajamas if I want. All right, well, this adjourns the mayor manager meeting, and a farewell to this meeting forever for me. Thanks, everybody. You've been great.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Linda.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.